we started studying how we could fund it at a higher level so that we could increase our efforts. At that time, it was really a one-person show with an assistant. I think if I remember correctly, we brought in some consultants and talked to some people, and what evolved out of those discussions is let's form a public-private partnership.
We wanted to create a more holistic approach to economic development. It pretty much was a one-man operation before the Partnership Alliance was formed. But by a holistic approach, I mean industrial recruiting, expansion of existing industry, quality of life issues, and workforce development.
The other thing when we started the Partnership Alliance that we said is we're going to measure for success, and that was kind of the theme, is measure for success. So everything we did, if we were going to invest the dollars in it, we were going to measure to make sure that it was successful. And so we said, look, this, we want it to be for economic development, but also community development.
Also, I think one of the real accomplishments was the revitalization of our town center, the partnership's involvement in that. The partnership actually funded the city center master plan in 2003, and we've worked closely over the years to increase the economic activity in the town center. The catalyst being the repurposing of the federal building, the improvements in the museum and the community theater. And really the objective was to create a cultural, arts and cultural district in Greenwood, which we call the Emerald Triangle, and that being the draw to bring people to the town center. Of course, a big piece of that is also the new farmers market, the city center farmers market. But the partnership has been in the supporting role of all those efforts. Up until the start of the Greenwood Partnership Alliance, our major industry was built around Fuji. And of course, during that period, we saw the demise of the textile industry, which severely impacted Greenwood with the closing of many of the plants of Greenwood Mills. So we had a displaced workforce. But over the last 20 years, we've been able to retrain a significant portion of that workforce and staff new industry moving in or expansion of existing industry in the community.
We relocated to the current 6th floor here of the Greenwood building. So the visibility is much higher here, and I think it represents Greenwood well when we bring in potential prospects. I think clearly if you listen to the announcement and the folks who represent Taizhen and how complimentary they were of the partnership and its role in helping them make the decision to locate here in Greenwood, there's no question that the Partnership Alliance played a role in that, and probably there's a fair likelihood we would not have Taizhen if it hadn't been for the partnership and its efforts.
With respect to workforce development, the implementation of the Greenwood Promise, where we're guaranteeing every graduate in Greenwood County at least 2 years of a post-secondary education. The goal being train them in the skills that are necessary to continue to recruit advanced manufacturing.
Especially most recently, the economic development efforts have been significant. I think we're probably enjoying the most success we've ever enjoyed as a public-private partnership from an economic development standpoint.
The team that we have in place now is probably the most professional that we've had in over 20 years, and we think Heather and her team do a great job. The real power of the alliance is we have this public-private partnership that again addresses that whole approach, that holistic approach to industrial recruitment.